Hi, welcome back to Quarantine Cooking, another episode, Cooked Like a German. Today we make a nice currywurst. Currywurst is a staple in Germany. I think we eat around 60 million a year. See it like our currywurst is your hot dog. All the stands you have in New York City with the hot dogs in a roll, that would be a currywurst. Many different wursts, so sausages, and ours in general. In Berlin it's a little different, but other states will use like a mixture out of pork and out of beef. This here is a classical uncured Bavarian currywurst, maybe similar like your stadium bratwurst, and we will use those because I had them in the freezer. We also will make some curry ketchup, the curry sauce, what is so typical for the currywurst. It's not like a ketchup like we know it here. It's actually a mixture out of a little broth, that's like in this case Rinderbrühe, so it's like beef broth. This is a little pickle juice, that's like Gewürzwasser from Gewürzgurken, so pickles. We will add to our sauce or ketchup. It's more a curry sauce. Tomatenmark, so tomato. This is actually curry ketchup. This is, I wanted to use it because I love it a lot. This is curry. Gewürz is really your pickle mixture, and ketchup because it's based on tomato. And they have it in hot and in mild. You can get it on Amazon, it's a German product. But I will do an extra episode when we make our own curry ketchup. It's not needed here, but it gives it another nice touch. This I love too. This is Kansas City barbecue sauce. Instead of using ketchup, this has a little tang to it and the sweetness, but not like just sugar like in most tomato ketchup. This would be here, this amount, just only for taste. And a little garlic, the Knoblauch. Not necessary, but Knoblauch is very healthy and I like it. Now the spices. We have the salt, that's sea salt. This is a little bit salt with parsley, mit Petersilie. Pfeffer, that's the pepper. Here we have the curry. We need the curry for the curry sauce, obviously. And this is my dog. This is actually turmeric. It doesn't really add any kind of taste, but it adds a little color and health. And we have paprika and a little chili if you want to have it spicy, and tiny bit sugar. Hi, so with the currywurst, we like to have like a starch, like French fries, typical on the street cars. You get it with French fries. Some people, they don't use a roll with the sausage. They just get the French fries and the currywurst cut in small pieces and then the curry sauce on top of it. So I had a bag like similar like this, a steam bag of fingerling potatoes, and I didn't take care of them, so they got a little bit like growing and ugly. But what you can do is, and you get a lot out of a little bag of potatoes when you cut them small. You can cut them in tiny little slices, and this is the rest of it, believe it or not. This is one little bag, and you just make your own French fries out of it. You can do it in an oven, or I don't want to really use oil and deep fry them. It's too much oil. So either way, air fry them or bake them in this little oven or in a regular oven. And that will be our side dish with our currywurst. Let's see how we are doing actually with our pan. I want to keep this like clean, so not like 500 different dishes. So I will make everything in this cast iron smithy pan. So we start out with our sausage. The important part is that the sausage browns. We need it to develop like nice brown skin. It's just a perfect taste it adds to it. All right, let's see if the pan is hot enough. Sounds like it. You can use a grill pan. You can use a barbecue. We have pretty bad stormy weather today, so I'm not opting for the barbecue. One, like I mentioned already, a pan, a barbecue, a grill pan, you can use many things, but all have one thing together. You want the currywurst really brown on all sides because it really adds to the taste. And you can see that mine is poked with a knife. Doesn't matter what sausage you use, it's a good way to do it, because if not, it might build up and explode, and you get like grease all over the place. And again, why do we use this pan? I use it because I want to keep it all in one pan and make my sauce after this sausage is browned in a couple minutes. Hi guys, so after around 5 minutes, this is a pretty hot pan. This is how a good bratwurst looks. It's nicely browned, and we can take those out. We come back to them later, but for now we take them out, and you can get rid, if it's too much fat in it, you can get rid, but there's not a lot in mine, so I will incorporate it in the sauce. So the first what you do is you use your onions, and with a little bit of oil you make them nice and transparent. Don't burn them. Doesn't need much because we have the fat still in. You want them very small chopped, and keep an eye on it so they are not getting too brown. Hi, welcome back. The onions are nicely done, not too brown. I also added that little bit of garlic and oil to it, and like a minute, and now all the ingredients will go in. I start out with the broth to deglaze it a little bit. Switch it up a little bit so it's not so loud. And we add our Gewürzwasser from the pickles, the pickle juice. We add all the spices. How much of what spice do you need? It's a good question. I really go by how it tastes, and you add more. Alright, so we have the juice in. Now it's time to get the rest of the ingredients. Take the tomato. It's called Tomatenmark in German. Here it's just condensed tomato paste. We take our curry ketchup or any other non-sweet ketchup you might have. And the last is our Kansas City barbecue sauce, what has a nice bite and a little bit of a sourness to it. But all together, this will make a wonderful base. You cook this, let's say, like for 10 minutes, and you have to taste in between. You don't need any thickener, like don't deal with butter and with flour or any other commercial stuff to make it thick. There's enough stuff in here what will do this for you. So we come back in 10 minutes. Right, welcome back. So we cut, and they have a machine at these currywurst stands where they cut it, but I cut it by hand. So now the currywurst goes into our curry sauce, which is slightly blended. I didn't make it like super smooth because I like it this way too. So all we do is put it in. Let's have it in there like 5 minutes, because this is also what most likely my little homemade French fries will take. And then we can plate it. Hi there, welcome back. And what do we have here? Like some super nice handmade hand pies with apple filling. They're awesome. Actually, my wife made them. She's a baker in the house. I'm the cook. And these will most likely be gone by tomorrow. And she's also the cameraman. How do I film and cook? Wouldn't really possible. So just all with her iPad. And she cuts all the videos together because there are a lot of like mistakes in there, believe me. And so that's a very, very nice dessert we will have later. And thank you for doing this. Now let's see what we are doing with our creation. The currywurst is done, the sauce is done, and hopefully our little potatoes are done, and they do look actually done. So what do we do with non-deep fried French fries? Well, key is a big bowl. This is very hot, so I should be careful. Okay. I love sea salt for this. Coarse sea salt. This is kosher sea salt. And you see this most likely in McDonald's when they have the shovel and put the big stuff in. And because we have currywurst, so why not put a little bit curry powder on our French fries? Now, shake them a little bit. These are mine. Sorry. Oh yeah. And let's dish that out. Very simple. There's nothing special coming up here. And it's heavy. This tastes good the next day too. This one thing I want to say, this is quarantine cooking. So we are living in Jersey City across the pond from New York City, and normally I would put some nice fresh parsley in or some other herbs. I have in my refrigerator a couple of those I bought before all that Corona started, and these are perfectly fine things to use, like the stir-in paste of basil or ginger, and if you have parsley, I think that makes them with pretty much everything. But for now, this is what we have. German style currywurst with French fries, and we don't have a baguette because normally you will have a baguette roll, you can have it on there, but don't worry, we will bake one. Tomorrow we start actually baking a real German sourdough in this big French oven. See you soon and guten Appetit.